Hello, good day. Welcome back to Coding with Verl. And in this video, this is going to wrap up the series on how I use AI. I showed you a number of tools, and I can keep showing you tools, but eventually that's just going to get tired because, as you can see, most of the tools are trying to do essentially the same thing, but with a different spin. So Roku, Agent Zero, Goose, similar type of tools, different types of limitations, but yes, essentially trying to do the same thing. Recently, I installed Gemini CLI. Again, essentially Goose, okay? It's just a Goose CLI, and you can do the same with the Anthropic CLI or ChatGPT CLI. I mean, the list just goes on. And even if it's a graphical or web application, it still doesn't change a whole lot from the fact that what you're doing is trying to run a number of agents to be able to do something for you. And so what I hope that you take away from this is, first, being able to understand what the LLMs can do and what they can't, the limitations, and to hopefully start integrating LLM into some of the things that you can do by being more productive using an LLM. Now, one of the other tools that I could have shown you, and that would have been N8N. And N8N is now, it's kind of weird because N8N AI Starter Kit is used quite a bit in AI projects. But N8N was a tool I had on my list for the past 3 or 4 years that, hey, I should show you N8N. And at that time, it was more for data flow. I've never had the time to get to it, even though I would have it on the list, like, oh, this year I'll cover N8N. And so I still don't have the time to cover N8N now. But there's so many other videos out there about N8N that does a really, really, really good job that, again, it doesn't really make sense to me to cover N8N. So I'll mention it here once again, N8N AI Starter Kit, look into it. Another one that I really like is Flowise. Flowise, in my opinion, a lot easier to use than N8N, but they both have nodes for you to be able to connect to LLM, whether it's a local LLM or one in the cloud, doesn't really matter. But they have a bunch of nodes to make it really, really easy for you to write certain types of application, not graphical applications, but basically an orchestration tool. Even though I said that some of these things have mixed results, I still feel that it's very promising. The applications that I was able to write using vibe coding to help update the channel videos and description and all that stuff, that was very, very successful. There's some other applications I'm trying to write that are not as successful, and I kind of show you my struggle there. But that's because I'm basically trying to run things locally. If you're using the frontier models and you're paying for them, you're going to have, better success than I've had. But I am really trying to do most of my things locally. So anyway, so just keep that in mind. When I talk about my struggles, it's me running things locally and not having a powerful enough system. The thing to take away is just increasing your productivity using LLM. I think if that's all you can do, whether or not you can write a successful program from beginning to end with an LLM, that's certainly a dream. But if you can just write some of the code and it can do some of the tedious parts for you, I think that's good enough. That helps you. Or it can do review for you or help you understand the code or write a letter or whatever. I think that still increases your productivity. So what is next? As you probably noticed that I've been posting videos like every 2 weeks sort of. And that's because I've just been really busy, been traveling a lot more for work. And I'm still going to be busy and traveling quite a bit more. As I get to the end of the year here, there's quite a bit more travel involved. I'll still post videos from time to time. However, the focus is going to change. I'm going to change from like software and tool use to more low-level things. I want to get back to sort of my roots in electronics. And so one of the things I want to start doing is teach myself how to use FPGAs. I'm an electrical engineer by trade, but I've never actually done FPGAs. I know what they are, but I've never sort of used them. I've always been curious about it. So I'm going to be getting back into FPGAs, and I'll post and show you my journey. And then I'm going to get back into some electronics, and I want to get back into my robotic project that I did like 8 years ago, and I post videos on that, embedded programming and showing you how to use microcontrollers to control motors and the speed and so on, because I was going to use them in my robotics project. So I want to get back there. So it's going to be a little more hardcore, but from time to time I will still post videos on tools and some programming videos. But I think at this point, in terms of Go, even though I still love Go, I absolutely love Go, I think I have a ton of material on Go that cover like a wide variety of topics. I think if there's someone who's looking for something in Go, I probably have covered it, or someone else have covered it really, really well on YouTube or online. So, and even for the FPGA and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure other people cover it well too. But it's an area I don't know, so that's what I'm going to be learning. And as I learn it, I'll sort of document it. With that said, I'm not going to make this video any longer. It's already pretty long. Thank you so much. Basically, the takeaway is, you know what? See you in the future. I hope you stick around, and I want to thank you for being here for so long. I hope that you stick with the channel and wait to see what's next, and follow me on that journey too. All right, take care, be safe, bye.